Hello Scorpio, and welcome to my channel White Angel Messages. I'm Angel. This Tarotscope reading is going to cover the period of April 1st to the 15th, 2025. The links to your playlist and to your other placements is down in the description box below. So if you'd like, if something does not resonate, you can take a look at your other placements for a more complete reading. Okay, Scorpio, let's take a look at, first of all, what the stars have to say and then what the cards have to say. We're going to start, first of all, talking about your ruling planet, Mars, which is going to be sextile, which is going to sextile Uranus, which simply means, out of all these big words, that it's going to be a perfect day on the 4th of April to take command both at home and at work. So if you were feeling maybe a little uncertain during the first part of the year, you're going to get confidence coming in with this because this is going to finally pick up for you. Also, as you remember, Mercury is in retrograde, but only until the 7th. Finally, then, on the 7th, this planet will go direct, which means that projects and plans will finally pick up. So you're going to be able to take command a few days before, and then everything will be taking off. So I would say take command, basically. Don't let this opportunity go by, okay? At this point, when Mercury does go direct on the 7th, you're going to find it a lot easier to express yourself. Okay, then we have Venus, which is still in retrograde for the majority of this reading, actually. But towards the end, on the 12th, it too will finally go direct. And this means that what we had talked about before, about putting things off and waiting to date someone new, finally we can start dating them. Now, another interesting thing is that on the same day, we're going to have a full moon in Libra. And Libra's ruling planet is Venus. So this is going to open a doorway to relationships and everything that has to do with love. In fact, the sign of Libra in the full moon is going to basically push us to balance two things out. What we want from a companion, how much time we want to spend privately with them, and our desire for our independence and our free time. So we're going to have to balance this out a little bit. It's just going to be a slight challenge that's going to come in, but I'm sure that you will not have any problem whatsoever because you're going to have that confidence that comes in on that same day to know how to manage it, okay? In fact, on the 12th, the 12th is actually already a very good day for love because it has a really good combination to open up the door for love for you already on the 12th. Now, the first 2 weeks of April for basically everyone is going to be really calm. It's like chill out because the action is coming up at the end of April, the second 2 weeks. Once we go through the Venus retrograde ending and the full moon, that's when everything opens up for love for everyone. You, however, you don't have to wait until the second half. On the 12th, it just takes off directly for you. Basically, you're anticipating a lot of things. Now, small spoiler alert, Scorpio, in the second half of April, because April is loaded with love in the second half, we're going to be having a bonus love reading specifically for a specific day, which is second only to Valentine's Day. It's not very popular. In fact, not everybody knows about it, unfortunately, because Valentine's Day rules. But it's springtime, and this is when love is in the air and love starts to blossom. So I'll be talking to you more about that in the next reading. Just wanted to anticipate it. Whatever you don't see in love coming up at the beginning of April, do not fear. It is coming up later. Now, should you take back that little confidence that maybe wasn't there because of Venus in the retrograde until the 12th, don't worry about it. If, for example, you hesitate or you say something and you make a mistake in love in the meantime, because basically those are seen as stepping stones for obstacles. In particular, for those of you that already have a relationship, if you notice, Scorpio, I don't know why I said Leo, Scorpio, if you notice that your partner is acting a little bit out of character, or maybe they seem a little bit distant, okay, do not worry about them. Do not pressure them to speak or anything. And obviously, do not jump to conclusions. Basically, they're going through something, okay, and they just need a little bit of space. So you're going to have to be a little bit patient and understanding, okay? So simply offer your support without being too intrusive, okay? And be open to communication when they're ready because they will come around, okay? you'll actually see that this is very helpful for your relationship. Okay, Scorpio, let's take a look at the tarot to see what important messages we have to guide you, to lead you, to help you lead a better and happier life. I can't wait till Mercury retrograde is over. I keep fumbling on my words. I say one thing and then I just change it along the way. So by the time it gets out of my mouth, it's different. Okay, Spirit, what do we have for Scorpio? The first 2 weeks of April, please. Okay, you're just turning around. That's it. Okay, fine. We have, okay, finally, we have a lot of suspense, I was about to say. Thank you. Okay, we have the Page of Cups. Ooh, the Page of Cups and the Sun in the reverse. Like I said, don't worry about your partner seeming distant. Do not jump into conclusions, because that's what you may just do. Yeah, there we go. You're going to see them. You're going to be a little bit vulnerable emotionally. You're going to say, wait a second, what's going on? Okay, why aren't you talking to me? Why don't you want to spend time with me? Etc. This is not what I had in mind. My dream is like, poof. Okay, the clouds came and blocked the sun. It blocked my happiness, etc. Do not worry. It's not you. Nothing's happening. Okay? Yeah, Spirit wanted to stress this out. It's like, that's why the pause. I get it. Thank you, Spirit. The pause was like, okay, you're waiting, you're saying what's going on, etc. And you're worrying. Don't do that. You have no cause to worry at all. Okay? It's this stuff. Okay, these two are still in retrograde at the beginning. So we have to wait just a little bit. Be patient, Scorpio. Yeah. Okay, I just heard Spirit saying, yeah, because Scorpio is kind of impatient when it comes to love. We all know what they're like. Okay. Okay, Spirit, what else do we have for Scorpio important for the first 2 weeks of April? Okay, thank you. So they gave them all to me at once. 10 of 1. Okay. Spirit just said, yeah, take them all. Okay, so it's like, boom, all at once. See? You're going to be patient. You're going to have a lot of patience. And then at the end of the month, it's going to happen. And this is what Spirit was just saying that's what's going to happen with Scorpio. They're waiting a lot, but don't worry. It's coming, and there's a lot of them. Okay, let's take a look. We have the 10 of Wands, which is telling me that, yeah, you are doing a lot of work, Scorpio. Okay, and you're stressed out. And this stress that you're going through is what it's going to make you suspect about your partner, but you shouldn't. It's simply the stress that's doing it. Okay, see? And you're insecure as well. It's causing a lot of insecurity and a lot of stress that you shouldn't put yourself through, basically. Okay, there will be no conflict. Good, I like this. Okay, so you're not going to argue. You're going to stress about it. You're going to worry about it. But fortunately, there's not going to be any conflicts because you're wise. Okay, either you've seen this reading and you're going to keep it in mind and you're not going to fight over it, which is the most rational thing to do, the most intelligent thing to do. Okay, there will be a reconciliation. Okay, there's going to be a resolution to this. So you're going to worry about it, stress out, and say, okay, yeah, I get it. When they finally open up and they talk to you, that's when you're going to understand why they maybe retreated a little bit and, you know, they weren't around too much, etc. You're going to understand it later. Okay, the 8 of Swords. So let's see. You're going to feel, what is this? You're going to feel trapped a little bit about what? The 9 of Swords. Oh, you're going to have some sort of fear and anxiety. Why? Page of Swords in reverse. Wow, all swords. Mentally, this is going to come through mentally because emotionally it's another thing. Mentally, okay. Yeah, Scorpio, beware of gossip. Gossip is going to come through and it's going to go into your head, okay? Be level-headed, be grounded, because there's nothing happening up here. Scorpios are jealous, okay? You guys ignite like that. Your ruling planet is Mars, of course, okay? You're going to find out that if someone did say something to you, they should have kept their mouth shut because it's gossip, it's speculation. But you're going to find out what it is, and you're going to realize that it was nothing. Okay? And in the meantime, you're going to suffer for it. Okay? 3 of Swords. Yeah, see? It's going to cause you suffering. They're all swords. Look at this. Swords, 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 swords. And it's all in your head. It's not concrete because this is all the intellect. Okay? It's going to simply cause you sadness, and that's it. There we go. Knight of Swords. An entire row of swords. Someone is playing with your head with gossip. Please don't listen to it. Okay, the Knight of Swords instead is someone that is stepping into the picture, and not a nice person, because this is the Knight of Swords. They're very aggressive. Okay, you can identify this person because they're a little bit of a bully, and they could be the ones that are whispering in your ear something that is not true. Okay, this I like for you. The Emperor. You're taking charge. Okay. See, this means that you're actually gonna see things. You're gonna focus finally, because you're gonna understand that it's someone else that's trying to rock the boat, let's say, because all of this is not true. Ah, good. Okay, that's it. That's the change I like. And you're gonna step up and you say, you know what? Stop it. Okay. And the Ace of Pentacles is going to talk to me about a new opportunity, because once this gossip, this lie comes through someone who's acting a little bit bullyish, you're gonna understand it very wisely, and then you're gonna say, you know what, let's close this off. I had a bad couple of days here because I finally seen the truth, and you're gonna start a new opportunity with the person that probably retreated because they had their own little problems and it had nothing to do with you, because you're going to understand what it is, and you're going to mend it, and you're going to make up, basically. We were saying at the beginning that it's a moment of with the full moon in Libra, balancing the scales, the judgment, etc. You're going to make up, because you're going to understand that there was nothing real to it. Okay, Scorpio, I hope this alleviates the sadness. And in fact, more than anything, I hope you're able to change the cards on the table and simply skip this week of jealousy, of sadness, that it's going to rock your boat a little bit. And I hope you can go directly here. Have the patience, like the stars were saying, have the patience to be with them, give them your support, but don't pressure them. And above all, do not jump to conclusions, because it's not true. Okay? Scorpio, I wish you well. Thank you for being here, for liking, sharing, and subscribing. And I'll see you on the next one, because it's going to open up with a lot of love. Okay, Scorpio? Thank you. Bye-bye for now from Angel.